Hello everyone, welcome back to another review video. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing what I would consider to be the rarest Delta models made by Realtoy, which is the Colors in Motion Boeing 757 and 777. So I've actually had these planes for quite a while. I got them back in January. I won them in a bidding. Like how I mentioned in some previous videos, the only way I usually win biddings is if nobody else bids. So pretty much just how I won. I got them for $22, and they actually came with two other planes. They came with the older version of the Airbus A380 in the house livery, and the slightly older version of the NWA 747. Those two, they're not much different than the newer ones, but they still have some slight differences. So it is pretty cool that they came with all those, so I didn't have to get any of those separately. But when I got these planes, they actually were pretty dirty. They had a lot of ink smudges on them, and a couple of scratches, and lots of dust and dirt on them. But I did manage to clean them up pretty good. After cleaning them for about 2 hours, I managed to clean them up pretty good. So they look really nice, almost good as new, as I would say. And so I'm really glad that I was able to get them as well. As I just mentioned, they are the rarest Delta models, even out of the Retro 767, which I have posted a review video on that a little while ago. And out of all the other out of the two older 767s, of course, I think I would consider these to be about as rare as the Song 757, which I also posted in a video. I never made a specific video about that plane, but I might end up making a video about that plane, but I'm not exactly sure yet. But I have had that plane for quite a while, the Song 757, so it is a really nice plane, and I would consider these probably to be about evenly how rare they are, even though the Delta 757 and 777, they don't really seem like they're that rare, but you never do see them on eBay too often, so they are pretty rare. Some information about these planes: they were only sold together as a twin playset, as far as I know of. I originally thought that they were also sold as a large playset, but after doing some research, they actually were sold as a large playset, but they never were sold together. Each plane was individually sold with the 767. I'm pretty sure it was the slightly newer version of the Colors in Motion 767. The Colors in Motion is the name of this livery. It took me a while to kind of figure out the name of it. I wasn't exactly sure what the name is. There's multiple names for it, but I just stuck with the Colors in Motion because I like that livery name. So some people are probably wondering if there actually are two different versions of the 767, and there actually are. I now do have both of those versions, and they're not extremely different from each other, unless you're really trying to collect the whole Delta fleet, which I am one of those people. I am very close to getting the whole Delta fleet. There only is 2 more models that I need, and they actually are somewhat more common models. I now do have all the rare planes. If you can see, there are two main differences, which are, there's a slight difference in the Delta logo, which in the newer one, which is the one on the bottom, the logo is slightly more pointed, and on the older one, it is slightly more rounded, where the red kind of connects to the blue. And also a major difference is the window pattern, or not the window pattern specifically, more, actually, yeah, the window pattern is pretty different too. But the window colors and stuff, so the older one is kind of more of the windows just have an outline on it, and they're kind of more white. On the newer one, the windows kind of look like the Delta 767s that are made now. The windows are the normal ones, so I'm pretty sure this plane might have been made around the same time as these ones here, which my best estimate for when these two were made together in the twin playset. My best estimate for when those were made is 2007 to 2009. Because the box that they came in, they had the new Daron logo, which was added in 2007, but they never did have a manufacturing date on the plane. On the tail wings, they never did have any kind of manufacturing dates or anything, so pretty sure they were made sometime no longer after 2009 or before. Before 2009, they never did have any of the manufacturing dates on them, but neither was the 767. I'm pretty sure this one might have been made around the same time as well, and I think in the large playset that these planes did come in, they did come with this plane as well. As a matter of fact, this Delta 767 is harder to find than the older one, even though this one is of course older, but it was made for a longer period of time than this one. This one isn't really well known. I actually didn't know about it until someone told me about it. So, but I was able to get it. This plane was also pretty dirty, but I managed to fix it up, put some paint over the scratches, and it looks pretty much almost as good as new. So, like I just mentioned, one of my main goals with collecting real toys is to collect the entire Delta fleet, also including the Song 757 since Song Airlines was part of Delta. So I do have every single plane except for two, one of them being the Delta A350 with silver wings. Surprisingly, I did not get that plane. All those have been replaced by the white-winged Delta A350, so I still do need to get one, but I should be able to hopefully get one soon. And then Realtoy also recently updated the Delta 767s, the ones that are made now. They are painted. So eventually the stickers version will kind of be discontinued and it will be painted. So I still do need to get that one, but I still do have plenty of time to get that. But so anyway, back to the 757 and 777. As I just mentioned, they were probably made from 2007 to 2009 and only sold together as a twin playset. If anyone's wondering what the twin playset is, twin playset is pretty much just what the what the Air Force 1 and 2 planes are sold together as. They are it's just a playset with the two planes together. There are no vehicle signs or anything. And the large playset that these planes were sold separately, pretty much just like every other normal large playset with the vehicle signs. I think it was probably about 25 to 30 pieces in that playset, and they came with this 767 that I just made, and most likely came with that 767 that I just mentioned before. So that pretty much is all the information about when and how these planes were made. And this livery is my favorite Delta livery that Realtoy made. I do like the retro one too, but I really like how this the colors kind of go together with all the rest of the planes and stuff. And the livery is very interesting. It's one of my favorite Delta liveries that they've had. And the 757s, both of them, the Song and the Delta one, they both look really great together. So I'm glad that I now have both of them together, since they both are 757s. The 757 is one of my favorite Realtoy models. They're very unique, and I do like the cockpit windows, like on the America West 757 and Air Force 2, so I think those look the best on the 757. But so pretty much now for the close-up review of the plane, like I normally do with the models. So starting with the 777. So out the front of the plane is the usual 777 cockpit windows, and then is the Sky Team logo. Delta is part of Sky Team, so they have their logo pretty much on every plane. Then there is the Delta logo, the slightly older version of the Delta logo. And as I just mentioned before with the 767, you can actually tell a slight difference between the older logo and the newer one. As you can see, the older one, which is on the bottom, has the red is slightly more rounded, and where the triangle is, and the triangle in the slightly newer livery kind of is more pointed. So I kind of do like the newer one better. It looks more closest to the newer Delta logo, I think, and definitely kind of looks better than the more rounded version. Looks kind of more clean. So then the engines are the nice blue with the red stripe. The red stripe, I'm pretty sure, is a sticker. But the blue is painted on, but the red stripe is a sticker, so I've got to be careful that make sure it doesn't end up peeling off or anything. And the whole plane, all these planes are stickers, but the new 767 that's being made is being turned into a painted model, so I'm really glad about that. There is nothing specific throughout the middle of the plane. And there is no registration number in the back either, but the tail really looks cool, so it doesn't really need a registration number to look any kind of more cool or anything. But there is the American flag included on both sides, and the tail sticker is really nicely put on. The 757, the one is kind of peeling off a little bit more. That's from the previous seller, the condition it was in, but I managed to get some of the sticker glued back down. But the 777 is in really great condition. It really didn't have many scratches on it, and the tail sticker is really nice, really nicely put on too. The stickers are really smooth. And as I also mentioned before, there is no manufacturing date on these planes because they most likely were made from 2007 to 2009. Usual Realtoy landing gear, and then, as I also mentioned before, the red stripe on the edge and the engines are stickers, but the blue is painted on. I do like how the 777 kind of has the white engines. All the other planes that have this livery have the silver engines, but then again, the red stripe is also painted on those, so there is a difference between every plane. I think the 777 is the most different one than the others, considering that also the window pattern is different. So that pretty much is all the review for the plane. It is really nice plane, one of my favorite 777s, and also a really rare one too. A really rare 777 in general. So I really like this Delta plane, one of my favorites. So now for the review of the 757. So pretty much same thing at the front of the plane, the 757 cockpit windows with the Delta logo. And as you can see, the windows on the 757 are similar to, or pretty much the same as the one on the old 767. So the windows on the 777 and 757 are different. I'm not exactly sure why they're different, but it kind of is another unique characteristic to the plane. So Delta logo is pretty much still the same, but the engines on this plane is fully painted with being silver, blue, and red. There is no red sticker stripe on it, but the red is painted. And then on the back of the plane, there actually is no American flag or registration number, because I guess they kind of made it look more like the 767, more of the older look to it. Kind of interesting. I'm not exactly sure why they did that, but then there is the really nice tail sticker. This one is kind of in a little more less good condition than the tail sticker on the 777. But I managed to, some of the sticker was peeling off. I managed to get it glued back down relatively good, but some of the sticker still is damaged. The left side of the plane is better than the right side, but the sticker still is really nicely placed on. The plane is fully stickers, and the stickers are also, all the stickers are really nicely placed. None of them really are peeling. So they all are really nice plane, and no manufacturing date on this plane either than the usual Realtoy landing gear, and of course, on both the planes there is the silver undercarriage. The 777 is probably most unique one, since the engines are different than all the other planes, and also the undercarriage of the plane kind of has this transition from white to silver on the bottom, which I think is really cool. So I really do like both these planes, and I'm getting close to also having all the 757s made. I probably won't have those, or will be really difficult, considering that there are 3 other ones I need that are really rare, which are like the DHLs, the Dutch Bird 757 as well. But like I also mentioned before, I think this 77 looks really well together with the Song 757. Both these planes look really great together. I really like the liveries on both of them, and I never really did a full review video on the Song 757, but I might end up doing one eventually. But I guess pretty much there isn't much of a review to it, because I'm pretty sure everyone pretty much knows this plane exists by now. It is a really nice plane. It is one of the most detailed planes. I'm really glad that Realtoy actually ended up making it. So I still would really like to get one of these new condition with the box, to go with my new condition today through 20, but those are extremely rare, so hopefully I'll be able to find one day, but so yeah, that pretty much wraps up all for today's video. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you ever do find any of these two planes on eBay, be sure to try to get them, because they are really rare. As I mentioned before, they are the rarest Delta models that were made. So if you ever do find these on eBay, you should definitely consider getting them, because they are really nice planes and pretty rare. The rarest Delta planes, and there are very unique models as well. So I was looking for these for a while, and I was really glad when I was able to finally get them and add them to my Delta collection, or my Realtoy collection and the Delta fleet. So I'm really glad that these are part of my collection, and they are some of my favorite models as well. So that pretty much wraps up for today's video. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and remember to leave a like and subscribe, and feel free to comment down your thoughts on these planes, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.